4 of the Underdog's Edge, and I'm excited to be able to come live to you today. And so far, I've actually learned a lot about myself in this process with just doing this podcast. It's a journey for myself, and obviously, if you're listening, you're probably on a similar path, a similar journey. And I'm excited to be able to connect with you and hopefully bring some value to your life, bring something that is tangible, practical, something you can take action on and actually see progress in real live time. And so today's focus on the Underdog's Edge. And guys, if you're just now tuning in to the Underdog's Edge, this is a podcast where I want to deliver as much valuable content as I can that's going to help you take actionable steps to move forward in your business, your career, and your workplace. And this is going to be dedicated and focused on increasing our confidence, our career, and our achievement. Those are the 3 areas that we're going to go over. And we're going to continue to have actually guests moving forward. But this week's going to be just myself. But next week, hopefully I'll have a guest on the show, and I'm going to start getting more guests as we start moving forward. But today, guys, we're going to be going over the topic is called One Day at a Time. And this is really relevant to what I'm going through right now. When you're running a business or you're an entrepreneur, you're a high performing salesperson, the catch-22 that is there's a lot of activity. There's a lot of things that are happening, a lot of moving pieces. There's a lot of different scenarios that are happening. People are coming at you at all angles. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's a high activity day. And when that happens, it's so easy to get caught up in the challenges and the daily minutia and the daily details that can really kind of get you off focus off of what is actually really, really important. So I'm going to be going over some things that I'm doing right now that holds myself accountable, that actually brings a lot of value to my day-to-day life to help me stay more productive. These are going to be actual actionable steps, some key pieces of content, and some tools that you can use to actually help increase your productivity and help you get things done not only in a more timely manner, but in a more mindful and peaceful manner, because that is something that really means a lot to me, because I can get a lot done. But if at the end of the day, I'm stressed out, I'm pissed off, I'm frustrated, I'm irritated, it's really hard to feel like you're winning when you're in that state of mind. So we want to be high performers, and we want to be highly productive, and we want to get shit done, but we want to get it done and still maintain our inner peace and our inner connection to ourselves. So it's really, really vital and important. So I'm going to go over some things that I've been doing, but overall, guys, this episode, the whole message is focusing on the things that actually matter. And I want to touch on 2 things. The first thing is activity. And the second thing is organization. So oftentimes, if you're a salesperson, if you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur, it's so easy to only focus on what they call the lag measure. So the thing that happens as the end result. So for example, you close a deal, new contract, new client, new revenue generated. These are lag measures. They're very important. They're the things that we do to get to that point, but they're things that happen after the fact. But oftentimes, as salespeople, entrepreneurs, and business owners, we only focus on lag measures, and we don't really focus on what they call lead measures. So I want to, if I can, help shift your focus into focusing on lead measures versus lag measures. Lag measures has been something that I have been hyper focused on for so long. And every single time I get focused on just lag measures, it's ironic, but I lose focus. And I actually lose track of what's really, really important and vital for me on my day to day. So what is the difference between a lag measure and a lead measure? Really, really key, crucial point is a lag measure is the result. So let's use fitness as an example. If someone came into the gym and they told a personal trainer, I want to lose 20 pounds, that is a lag measure, 20 pounds. Obviously, that's what they want to achieve. That's what they want to accomplish. But there's a process to get there. So oftentimes we get focused just on losing the 20 pounds. And if you step on the scale the next day or the day after, or even 2 or 3 weeks later, and you realize, shit, I only lost 2 pounds. If you're only focused on the lag measure, it's human nature to get very pissed off at yourself and frustrated in that aspect. So how do you still get to your goal of losing 20 pounds, but maintain your peace? And what we do, guys, we focus on the lead measure only. So lead measures are going to be the amount of workouts per week. Lead measures are going to be cardio done every Saturday. Lead measures are going to be, I counted my macronutrients every single day. Lead measures are going to be, I drink a gallon of water every single day. These are things that we can control. We have actually influence over, direct control over them, but they correlate to losing 20 pounds. If we focus on the lead measures, it will give us a sense of empowerment, sense of control, and a sense of progress. And that is really, really vital, especially if you're a salesperson, entrepreneur, and a business owner. You have to feel progress. So the best way, guys, is to focus on lead measures. So if you're a business owner and you're a salesperson, identify the top 3 activities that correlate to your end result. Identify the top 3 activities that correlate to your end result. Those are your lead measure. Those are the things that you need to actually influence to move the needle forward, versus putting all your power and your focus on the lag measure, which happens as a result of the lead measure. So that's the difference between lead and lag measure. So that's the first mindset change that has to happen if you want to be a high performer but still maintain your peace, is focusing on the lead measures only and letting the lag measures be what they are. It doesn't mean that we don't want to achieve the lag measure. It's the opposite. We definitely will achieve the lag measure, but we'll achieve it more successfully if we put more focus on the lead measure. So guys, focus on the process and the activities that actually matter to get you to your end result, versus only focusing on the result without really paying attention to how you're going to get there. It's sort of a backwards way of thinking, but it's sort of human nature. I do it. I'm guilty of it, but I want to go over some things that I'm going through personally that hopefully I can bring some value to you. And I'm going to go over some tools that I'm using too that actually have helped, that has been very helpful here the past couple of weeks. So that's the big mindset shift, is lead measure versus lag measure. Now let's get into daily organization. Now, how often do we as people in general, we're just all over the place. Nowadays, with the 21st century, there's so much technology. There's so many things that are happening, so many things that are coming our way, so many things that are pulling at our attention. Instagram, Facebook, text messages, emails. Doesn't matter what it is. Entertainment, sports, doesn't matter. These things, they're attention grabbers, and they take your attention. And if they take your attention, that means they take your focus and they take your productivity. Now, there's a time and a place for everything. There's nothing wrong with these things. But how do we protect our day? How do we control and command our day? We have to have proper organization. I believe massively in time blocking. So now if we take our lead measures and we time block those lead measures into our daily calendar every single day intentionally, we can't help but get to the end result. We can't help it. It literally has to happen. We're going to make progress. We're going to move the ball down the field. We're going to move the needle forward. So identifying those 3 lead measures and time blocking those lead measures on your schedule 5 days a week, 6 days a week, or whatever it may be, and focusing on that time block only when you're doing that activity, you're going to see massive forward movement, massive momentum moving in your direction. So what is time blocking? Guys, time blocking is nothing more than delegating an X amount of time for one activity. That's all it is. There's no distractions. There's no other things that you're doing. So time blocking would be, it can be 30 minutes, it can be an hour, it can be 15 minutes. It doesn't matter, but you condense time into a certain block, and you only do one activity for that set of time, and you do not allow any outside stimuli to come in. And I know it's tough with phone calls, texting, and all that, and it's not perfect. It's never going to be perfect. You just do the best you can. But that is time blocking. And when you time block and you just pump out as much activity as you can in a condensed time frame, you're going to see massive massive results in a short amount of time. And you're actually going to end up being more productive, condensing time versus dragging time out for 8 hours in a day. Because if you just say, I have an 8 hour day, you will fill it up with a lot of bullshit. I mean, it's just what we do as humans. There's going to be a lot of bullshit that you fill it up with. That's human nature. I do it. We all do it. But if you condense time into blocks, you will be so much more productive in a short amount of time. So organization, guys, is key. And I want to share just a few things that I've been using personally that have been massive for me. So the first thing is, guys, it's an app called Trello. I just started using this and I love this app. Trello, Trello. It's a free app. And if you download it, you can literally create workspaces on your phone and then you can have access on your computer. It's all live time. You can create tasks. You complete the task with due dates. You mark it as complete. You can put new task in. You can set up different categories. Just download it. It will literally change your whole production and you will be very focused. It's going to be very hard not to get shit done when you have that. And when you're putting all your daily task in there. The second thing is this. It's called the 100-Day Goal Journal. It's by a guy named John Lee Dumas. I got this at Barnes & Noble. I'm sure you can get it at Barnes & Noble. You can probably find it on Amazon. But this is a 100-day journal. And every single day is highly focused. You literally rate yourself every single day on your discipline, on the overall day. You set 3 targets every single day that you want to achieve. And these targets are not, they're very specific. So they're tangible. And what allows you to do is condense a 100-day goal and break it up into chunks. Anytime that we have a big vision and a goal, it's awesome to be able to see the vision because I love it. I love when I can see my vision, but if you're not taking those daily steps, you get lost in the mist, right? So this journal for me has allowed me to feel more in control of my daily productivity, but it's allowed me to take bite-sized chunks into reaching my 100-day goal. So I have a 100-day goal right now, me personally, which is to create a 7-figure a year real estate business. That is the only goal that I'm focused on right now. The only thing that matters to me professionally, besides family and the people that I care about, professionally, that's the only thing that matters to me is creating a 7-figure real estate business in 100 days. And what I'm doing is every single day, I'm mapping out my day and I'm being highly intentional. Look, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this forever, but I can do it for 100 days. I know that I can do it for 100 days. And so for me, the fact that I condense it in 100 days gives me a sense of control and it gives me a sense of motivation because it's not something that's 10 years down the road or even a year down the road. We're talking 100 days, basically 3 months. So it's super powerful, guys. If you like to condense things, if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel like you get sidetracked, if you feel like your vision is too big for your reality, go get this journal and just break it into 100 days and set one goal. And every single day, find ways you can get closer to that goal. And it's a super, super powerful thing. The next thing that I use is a 10X calendar. 10X calendar, right? Mr. Grant Cardone himself, big 10X. So actually the conference is this weekend. I'm going to be watching that virtually. Usually every year I go. So last year I was in Vegas. Year before I was in Miami. The year before that I was in Vegas again. So I always go to the Growth Con. Every single time I go, it changes my life. It's not just a motivational thing. It's an energy thing. It's a mental shift, right? So check the Growth Con out if you can. You can actually get a virtual ticket. I'm going to be virtual this year. Next year, my goal is to bring the people that I care about with me and bring my team with me. So they're going to come with me. Okay, that's my goal. Next year it's going to happen. I'm excited about it. But this year I'm going to be watching it virtually, so check that out. But this planner is powerful for me. And you can set 3 different targets for your day. So every single day you set 3 different targets. Every single day you put what you're focused on. You time block. The calendar is mapped out for 3-hour chunks, and you can time block hour by hour, however you want to do it. And you can make sure you get all your lead measures done in that day. So to check out the 10X planner, you can order that, I believe, off of his website, Grant Cardone or whatever it is. So guys, doesn't matter if you use this planner or not. It doesn't even matter if you use the 100-day journal. Doesn't even matter if you use the Trello app. those are just different tools to help you stay more productive. Stay more focused. The biggest thing is the mindset shift into taking full ownership of your day, commanding your day, and setting the tone for your day. So that way you're in control of the results. And so, guys, if you get anything from this podcast today, episode number 4, one day at a time, is shift your mindset from lag measure, which is end result, shift it into lead measure, which is urgent activity. Okay. Things that actually matter, activity that actually matters, and focus on doing those things. Take those activities and make sure you do it, 5-6 days a week, and time block those activities. And guys, live this one day at a time. Condense your big vision into one day at a time. Anybody can do anything one day at a time. Anybody can. If you maximize each day to the best of your ability, because life is not perfect, it is definitely not perfect, and you're not going to have perfect days, but you just do the best that you can, and you can do that over a short amount of time, 90 to 100 days, you will not only accomplish your goals, but you will move your whole life forward in a massive, massive way. So guys, I hope you got value from this. I know this was a lot of granular, tangible things. This wasn't a lot of motivational mindset stuff today. This was very focused, detailed work, but it's very, very important. And guys, just stay grounded, stay focused, keep the vision big, but maximize your day. Each day, maximize your day. Take care of the task at hand, but keep the vision in front of you at all times. Go out there, have a phenomenal day, and thank you for tuning in to episode number 4 of the Underdog's Edge. I'm looking forward to bringing much more content here and much more episodes in the future with actual guests coming up.